my favorite books is C.S. Lewis's book, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. In the story, Lucy is just learning of the world of Narnia from the Beaver family. The one quote that paints a picture of holiness is this. Mrs. Beaver is speaking. If there's anyone who can appear before Aslan without their knees knocking, they're either braver than most or else just silly. Then he isn't safe, said Lucy. Safe, said Mr. Beaver. Don't you hear what Mrs. Beaver is telling you? Who said anything about safe? Of course he isn't safe. But he's good. He's the king, I tell you. This picture of the tension of good and powerful is how we can come to understand God as holy. Holiness is more than just moral perfection, as it is also powerful. In a real sense, it is dangerous in the bottom line that God's holiness is beyond any good that we can find in our world. The good we do see is only a fraction of the complete and merciful holiness that God is and wishes to share with us. In the story of Narnia, Lucy does get to know Aslan, who is a picture of our Savior. He is perfect and powerful, and yet this child has a sweet and amazing relationship with this powerful lion, Aslan. God is beyond a picture of a lion. God is perfection. It is amazing that we are invited into a relationship with a perfect and yet relational God because of the sacrifice and resurrection of Jesus. The book of Leviticus outlines in detail the ways to become holy before God. Needless to say, the human efforts fall short all the time, as we cannot, in our own humanness, be truly holy and perfect. In Isaiah 6:7, God gives a foreshadowing of Jesus to Isaiah when he is touched by a burning coal. And he touched my mouth and said, Behold, this has touched your lips. Your guilt is taken away, and your sin atoned for. This Old Testament reference helps us to lean into the gospel, as Jesus is the perfecter and Savior for our souls. Hebrews 5:9 states, And being made perfect, he became the source of eternal salvation to all who obey him. Jesus is perfection, and his act of taking on the punishment we deserved by his death on the cross gave us the opportunity to approach God if we accept Jesus as our Savior. He is able to forgive, and more than that, yet he invites us to join him in a holy relationship with him. This holy relationship is one of pure love and perfection.